And our final main topic today gets submitted to us by Andre Vie Hansen, who writes, "So, it's official. Top Gun and Mission Impossible are delayed. According to Deadline, Top Gun is taking over Mission Impossible's original release date of May 27th, 2022, and Mission Impossible is being pushed to September 30th, 2022. Is this just the beginning of several other movies also being delayed? What are your thoughts? And keep on the filthy." All right, man. Thanks a lot for sending that in, man. I really appreciate it. And yeah, look, it came out during the second half of the show yesterday. This news dropped, and I decided not to talk about it on the show yesterday because I thought we'll save this until we have to talk about it properly as a main topic here on the show. So you guys know that I just recently got back from Las Vegas. I went to Cinemacon in Las Vegas. Great event. Tip of the hat and a big round of applause to all the folks at NATO who put on Cinemacon under very, very difficult circumstances, and they put on a great show. So big tip of the hat to all the people at NATO for putting that show on. It was fantastic. Anyway, one of the big highlights, and there were many highlights at Cinemacon, from a surprise full screening of Ghostbusters Afterlife, which is awesome. Ghostbusters Afterlife was really fun. I'm going to talk to you guys. I'll do a full review of it a little bit later, but Ghostbusters Afterlife was a lot of fun. A full screening of Clifford the Big Red Dog, which I skipped out on. They showed us like 10 minutes of James Bond, No Time to Die, like a full 10-minute clip of it, which was incredible. Anyway, there's a lot of great stuff. But two of the highlights were this. They showed us the opening 13 minutes of Top Gun Maverick. The opening 13 minutes for Top Gun Maverick. So right from the opening credits, right through to the end of the first big major sequence. So a full 13 minutes of the film. And it was amazing. It was absolutely, and listen, that's coming from a guy that, you know, I've been saying for a while that, yeah, I'm looking forward to Top Gun 2, but it's kind of too little too late and blah, blah, blah. You know what? I take it all back. After watching that first 13 minutes, and then they showed us a new trailer for it, and then they showed us a little bit more footage, Top Gun Maverick looks insane. It looks really great. So all those things I was saying before about this movie's a little bit too little too late, I got to eat my words, because I probably saw altogether between the trailers, the extra footage, and the opening 13 minutes, they probably showed us about 20 minutes of the movie. And it just looks fantastic. Can't wait to watch it. They also showed us a whole bunch of stuff of Mission Impossible 7. And it also looks insane and fantastic. But these films have been delayed. This comes to us from the folks at Deadline, who write the following. After Paramount consulted with experts and their own global team, they decided to move the movies given the current condition of COVID and its Delta variant around the world. The outlook for the global theater attendance is expected to be much better next year, which is the opportune time to maximize box office potential, and overall makes the most business sense for the studio's movies. Recently, Paramount moved Clifford the Big Red Dog out of the fall and will redate it sometime in the future. All right. So, yeah, they had to move this thing. We were getting Top Gun here pretty soon. And now it's all the way back in May. By the way, I was talking to a buddy of mine on the phone yesterday, and we were reminiscing. Wrap your heads around this. We were reminiscing being at not Cinemacon, being at Comic-Con in 2019 when Tom Cruise came out on stage. And there's a clip of this in my movie, by the way, my movie called Movie Trailers, A Love Story, which you can go and get on Amazon if you want to go watch that. And you should. It's fantastic. Greatest documentary of all time. I'm sure somebody said that somewhere. Anyway, we've got a clip of this in my movie where Tom Cruise comes out on stage in 2019 at Comic-Con to introduce the trailer for Top Gun 2, Top Gun Maverick. By the time this movie comes out, it will be 3 years. It'll be 3 years from when they debuted the trailer to Top Gun 2. It will be 3 years from when the movie actually comes out and hits theaters. So just, and you know, my buddy was saying, I can't remember that ever happening before. And I said, well, New Mutants was probably one of those. I think there might have been 3.5 or 4 years between when the first New Mutants trailer hit to when the movie finally eventually came out. I can't remember the exact exactness of that, but still, seriously, think about that. 3 years from when they introduced the trailer to when this movie is finally going to come out. And by the way, our friend Anton Riley sends in like a $20 super chat badge in the live chat. Thank you, Anton. I appreciate that, man, very much. Anyway, look, am I disappointed that we now have to wait even longer? Because now we've got to wait, what are we in now? We're in September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April. We got 8 months. We got to wait 8 more months for Top Gun 2. And over a year for Mission Impossible 7. It sucks. Am I disappointed as a movie fan? Absolutely I am. I'm absolutely disappointed as a movie fan. Do I understand? Do I understand the move? I do. I understand. Because after watching the footage, if I had not seen the Top Gun footage, maybe I would say they needed to just keep it where it is. But after watching the footage to Top Gun, I now recognize this is a movie that could potentially be an $800 million film. Like 800, 850, hell, maybe we even have to toy with the idea that it could be a contender to join the $1 billion club. This is a truly gigantic box office potential movie. Far bigger than I thought it would be. Far bigger than I thought it would be. And Mission Impossible is Mission Impossible. It just looks like it's getting bigger and crazier. And it also is a movie that carries with it the potential of being an $800+ million, maybe even flirting with the $1 billion club kind of movie. With those types of numbers at play, I understand the studio's decision to say, you know what, let's then put this movie out when we think it can make its most money. And that is not right now with the variant going on. Now, I still think it's a good move for most movies to stay where they are right now. And maybe if I was in charge at Paramount, maybe I would say keep it where it is. But I totally understand the decision. I do. I mean, I get it. So the other question that comes up with movies like Top Gun and Mission Impossible moving, and again, guys, I can't wait for you guys to see, well, for me to see the rest of Top Gun, but I can't wait for you guys even just to see what I saw of Top Gun. It is bonkers good, like really, really bonkers good. So the question becomes, if Top Gun can move, and if Mission Impossible can move, are these but the first dominoes to fall in other major movies moving? And I'll say this, I don't think so. I honestly don't think so. Unless things take a turn for the worse, which who knows, maybe they can, maybe they will, I don't know. But it seems like Sony is pretty committed to keeping Venom where it is, because there was a rumor floating around that Venom was going to get pushed to 2022, but Sony said, no, we're keeping it where it is. Okay. Sony also seems pretty committed to keeping Spider-Man No Way Home where it is. So I don't think Sony is looking at moving Spider-Man No Way Home. Again, things could change for the better or change for the worse, but which could change things. But as of right now, Sony seems pretty committed to keeping Spider-Man No Way Home where it is. It looks like it looks like there's a big commitment to keeping James Bond where it is. They just put out their final trailer with the date. What was it? October 8th? Is that the date, guys? October 8th for James Bond? I think it is. But with the date baked into the trailer, they didn't have to do that. but they decided to really plant their flag and tell the world James Bond is coming out October 8th. That's just like a month away, guys. That's just like a month away. So I don't think we're going to see. Now, there could be a couple of other movies that make a little bit of a shift. Maybe they will. But I honestly don't think this is going to start a domino effect. I don't think we're about to see, because Top Gun and because Mission Impossible move, I don't think this is going to start any type of a movement to get these things moving. So I think everything else is going to stay where it is. If anything, I think Top Gun moving out might embolden other studios to keep their movies where they are, because now Top Gun moving out, that means there's one less giant big blockbuster for their films to have to worry about or to have to deal with. So yeah, I think that makes perfect sense. Again, I don't like the idea of them moving it, and I'm disappointed that they're moving it, but I totally understand. These are potentially $2 billion films. Not $2 billion films, but two films that have billion-dollar potential. And they feel like they need to move them. They moved them. So I get it. No complaints for me. I'm disappointed, but no complaints to me. But nor do I feel like this is going to cause any kind of a big movement where other movies start to change dates. I think all the other major ones are going to stay where they are. Don't know that for sure. We'll find out in the coming days and weeks, but that's where it is for now. The question is for you guys. How do you feel about Top Gun and Mission Impossible both being bumped later into 2022? Top Gun was coming out pretty soon. It's now coming out 8 months from now instead. Do you understand their reasoning for moving it? Maybe you wholeheartedly disagree with them. You think they just should have left them where they are. Whatever you guys think about it, jump on down into the comment section below and let us know your thoughts.